All this stuff we've already touched on is time and being very intentional about courtship so that you can assess, how's her communication, how are her coping skills, how is her mental health. I need to know definitely to know what personality disorders look like.
Like BPD, or how do you spot narcissism and things like that?
Borderline personality disorder. It's a very difficult one to detect, and the reason it's so hard to detect is that it feels great at first. I mean, these people are charming, they're great in the bedroom, they make you feel like you're just the king of the world, but then things flip, and suddenly you're kind of reeling and going, oh my God, what the hell just happened? So. And there are other personality disorders that are sort of on that high end of the spectrum, like narcissistic personality disorders, that people start off in their relationships great. They're charismatic and they make you feel good, and that makes it very difficult to detect what's really happening. And so I guess my advice is that when you're meeting somebody for the first time and you get this overwhelmingly good feeling from them, you got to slow down and ask. It could be that they're just wonderful people and they're the perfect fit for you, but it could be that there's something else going on that you really need to attend to.
Borderline personality seems to tie into abandonment issues, and these women seem to have a bad relationship with their fathers. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, there's typically with borderline personality disorder a history of trauma and a lot of times abuse, and it has to be also an internal predisposition for it, because there are plenty of people who go through bad times and don't end up with personality disorders. But yeah, there's a strong correlation between family trauma and horrible childhoods and growing up to have this way of interacting with the world. A lot of times from our fathers, our fathers should be talking to us about this stuff, and we're just kind of discouraged from talking about how to manage this risk. And women, the right relationship can be the best thing that happens to a guy, and the wrong one can be the worst thing that happens to a guy. So, do the insurance. If you don't read it in my book, go out and research what makes good relationships so you don't wind up in court or worse.
Or broke or dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there it is again, The Tactical Guide to Women. It's available on Amazon.